I'm just excited to be a part of Birdland now and, embark on my next journey of professional baseball. And, right now I'm just stoked to be a part of the Orioles, and it's a dream come true for me.
Great, thank you. First question from Rock Abaco, MASNsports.com, followed by John Mioli. Rock?
It seemed like every mock draft out there had the Orioles taking somebody else. Had you given up hope on going second overall, or did you feel all along that was a real possibility based on the interest they showed you?
They showed quite a bit of interest, and they had said I was still in consideration for their number 2 pick going into the draft today. And I wasn't really trying to get my hopes up for any pick. I was just waiting for the phone to ring and see what happened. And sure enough, after the Detroit Tigers turned in their pick, phone rang, and it was the Orioles, and they wanted to pick me with their second pick. And man, I couldn't say yes quick enough to that.
Next up, John Mioli, Baltimore Sun, followed by Dan Connolly. John?
Hey, thanks for doing this. Congrats. I was wondering, I'm sure you had a lot of interactions with the Orioles, their front office. I know Ken Guthrie's known your family for years. What stands out about your interactions with them over the last few months, year, that led to this point?
They would probably be able to tell you more on that, but in my opinion, I think it's obviously I bring a lot to the table baseball-wise, but I think for them, the makeup is what really helped me push me along on their board, the type of kid I am. And also, Ken Guthrie's known my family forever, so they really know where I come from. And then also Mike Elias, their GM, had taken the time to get on a Zoom with me to understand the type of kid I was and also understand how I play the game and my approach. And obviously, I think that Zoom went pretty good with him and convinced him to have confidence in picking me.
Next up, Dan Connolly, The Athletic, followed by Joe Trezza. Dan?
Yeah, Heston, first of all, congratulations. And secondly, obviously, we can read the scouting reports on you and left-handed power and everything else, but I'd like to get kind of a scouting report on you by you. What kind of player are Baltimore Orioles fans going to see?
Man, I'm going to be an impact player for sure. And bring a left-handed bat and a lineup that has power to all parts of the field, left, right, and center. And, I also bring a good glove to the outfield, whether it's left or right or wherever they put me. I'll be a solid defender. And then also one of the things that really contributes to helping a team win, which is the most important thing, is my camaraderie that I'm able to develop with my teammates, and the type of teammate I am to them really will be a big part for me in the clubhouse.
Next, Joe Trezza, MLB.com, followed by Rich Dubroff. Joe?
Hey, Heston, congratulations, and thank you for doing this. I want to just piggyback off Dan's question for a bit and ask you, is there any one player that you modeled your game after? And who were some of the people who were influential to you, whether it's on the field or off the field growing up?
Your first question, modeling my game after a player, I never tried to pick one player to play like, because I knew I brought different attributes or my strengths were different than that player. So I just took a little bit here and there from certain players, whether it was watching videos of Barry Bonds, King Griffey, Mike Trout, and just learning what all those guys do so great and what I can do to reach that level. And then, the most influential people in my life were my parents. They influenced me my whole life. They gave me every opportunity, drove me to every tournament. My dad always threw me BP when I'd drag him out to the cage all the time and take him up to the field. And I always just wanted to hit. I'm pretty sure I owe him a new shoulder from how much he threw. But, he was always more than happy to do anything and everything he could for me. And I'm more than thankful for them doing that.
Next up, Rich Dubroff, BaltimoreBaseball.com, followed by Steve Molesky. Rich?
Hey, Heston. How much do you know about the Orioles? How much do you know about the players on the team, how the organization is run, and the ballpark?
If I'm going to be honest, I don't know too much, but I'm sure over the next little bit, next few days, I'm going to be doing a lot of research on the players, the ballpark, the minor league system, and all that, and get to know them. And, I already know a few of the minor league players because I played with them. Blaine Knight, played with him my freshman year. And then also Grayson Rodriguez, played with him in high school over the summer. So I know a few minor leaguers. And then on how their minor league systems run, I think they run the best minor league system and all of baseball with Mike Elias taking over and everything. I think he's really does a good job in player development, and I can't wait to get started.
Next up, Steve Molesky, MASNsports.com, followed by Matt Doolin. Steve?
Heston, we've heard a lot of good things about your play, and you touched on your power. When you analyze your game, what are one or two things that still needs to come a little bit that you're working on? And secondly, the business part of this, the signing part, do you expect that to go quickly and smoothly?
I feel like I need to improve on all parts of my game if I want to be the impact player I want to be, whether it's maybe hitting for more power or hitting for more average. And, probably the most important thing to me is plate discipline going forward, just swinging at the right pitches at the right times, everything like that. Going forward with signing, we'll just see how it goes. I'm sure it may be impacted a little bit with everything that's going on through all this virus stuff, but I'm excited to get started on this journey.
Next up, Matt Doolin, NBC Sports, followed by Ty Richardson. Matt?
Yes. Hey, Heston, congratulations. Non-baseball question for you here. Your dog is going viral right now for the reaction when you got selected. What's your dog's name? What's your dog mean to you? And just have you watched that back yet at all?
One of my friends actually showed me the ESPN one that blew up before I did this interview of my dog reacting. And it's actually my parents' dog, but it's basically mine now since I've been back over break. I became her favorite. And her name's Oriole because when she was little, she had a black head and then she had a black spot on her backside, and she looked like a double stuffed Oreo. So we just went with it, and I guess she was just feeding off everyone's energy in the room and also got excited.
I'm sure Tim Kirkchin will like a name like Oreo for the Orioles, but next up, Ty Richardson, ESPN Arkansas, followed by JJ Cooper. Ty?
Heston, since you were last drafted, you've risen 35 rounds and over 1,000 draft picks. How much did Dave Van Horn contribute to that?
Oh, it was huge. He took a chance on me when I was just a high schooler, gave me an offer, a scholarship to come play at his great program. And, I'll always be thankful for that. And, while I was there, he took such good care of me, whether it was helping me reach a new level or helping me with whatever I needed. He was always there, and he was a father figure there for me, in my opinion, for all of us when we're away from home. And there's no other college coach in the country I would ever want to play for than Dave Van Horn.
Next up, JJ Cooper, Baseball America, followed by Nathan Ruiz. JJ?
Hey, yes, and congratulations. You've obviously, everyone had their season shut down early. What have you been doing to try to stay, basically in sync as a baseball player and even try to improve in the lead up to the draft when you haven't been playing an SEC schedule like you expected to be playing?
Oh yeah, for sure. The shutdown definitely in the middle of the season was tough to deal with, but I came back home and, I got on a hitting routine and a workout routine like I was in the off season. So I was working out in my garage. We have a squat rack, bench press, some weights. So I was able to get on all my lifting. And then, it was back to high school. I was dragging my dad up to the field to throw me BP and do some drills for hitting. And, that's just what I've been doing. And, the shutdown definitely wished I was still playing a season or I was in Omaha with my teammates, but also I was kind of cherishing the moments of being able to enjoy being with my family and also being able to hit with my dad again. So that was enjoyable.
Next up, Nathan Ruiz, Baltimore Sun, followed by Kyle Deckenbaum. Nathan?
Hey, Heston, congratulations. Thanks for doing this. I'm kind of building off that. What do you think the next few months look like for you? Or is it just kind of more the same of what you just explained? What's the next few months look like?
Oh, man. I don't have too much a clue. I'm hoping I'll be able to get out to the Orioles facilities, whether it's spring training or wherever, and start getting after it, working out with the team or working out with their trainers, and hopefully playing again soon. I'm really getting the itch to get some live at bats and playing a game again for sure.
Next up, Kyle Deckenbaum, KATV Little Rock, followed by Mark Viviano. Kyle?
Hey, Heston, congratulations. You mentioned Blaine Knight. Have you talked to him, and how excited are you to possibly be reunited in the near future?
So he actually gave me a call this morning, and he wanted to wish me luck, and he was just telling me, enjoy it, embrace the moment. You're going to remember that day for the rest of your life. And he was like, good luck. He's like, wherever you go, you'll be in a great place. And then actually, like 30 minutes ago, he gave me a call. I answered it, and he was pumped. And, I'm pumped too to be back on a team with Blaine. We got along great while I was at Arkansas, and, we're both talking about playing on the same team again soon and how we're both looking forward to it.
Next, Mark Viviano, WJZ, followed by Tom Murphy, the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Mark?
Hey, Heston, congratulations. You mentioned you're going to do your research on the Orioles. You may know enough now that Mike Elias has taken over a team and they're rebuilding. I mean, this is a project. Last year, with the number 1 pick, Adley Rutschman. This year, you're their first pick. First of all, what do you know about Adley? I think you played against him in the College World Series. And what's it mean to be kind of on the bottom floor building up to what this franchise hopes to be a winner someday?
Man, start off with Adley Rutschman. Dude's unreal player. He's a hitter that can do it all, and a switch hitter too. And he rakes from both sides of the plate with average, power, whatever you need. And then on top of that, he's a catcher, and that's an unreal, set of tools right there for a catcher or any player. And, that's obviously why he went 1-1 last year. And, excited to get started with guys like that. And, on the rebuild of a team, it's just getting up there and helping the team turn around and start winning games again. And, I think with a guy like Mike Elias at GM, he really knows what he's doing. I did a little bit of research on how he turned around the Astros and how he was a big part of all those draft picks of Carlos Correa, Alex Bregman, and all that. And, I think he's doing the same thing with the Orioles.
Next, Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, followed by Andrew Gillis. Tom? Do we have Tom?
Got it
Tom,
now.
if you want to jump back in the queue a little
Yeah,
later.
I unmuted. Got me?
Yep, go ahead, Tom.
Congratulations to you, Heston, first of all. Kyle got my question about your relationship with Blaine Knight, but I do want to ask you, you've probably been want to be a big leaguer for a long time. Has it hit you that you were the number 2 pick in the draft, and what does that feel like?
It's really hard to explain. It's definitely a surreal experience. Being from a little kid, I've been wanting to hear my name called as early as possible in the draft. And, that's the goal, is be a big leaguer. And this is one step along the way, one step closer. And, I don't think it's really set in yet. It still feels like a little bit of a dream, but, give it a little bit, it'll set in. And, it's a great feeling for sure.
Next up, Andrew Gillis, NBC Sports Washington, followed by Hayden Bagavi. Andrew, you're up.
Hey, Heston, congratulations. Thanks for doing this. You said that you played summer ball with Grayson Rodriguez. I'm curious when that was and what that experience was like for you and what you guys kind of know about each other.
It was my senior summer before I went to college, and we brought up Grayson. He was a grade younger than me. We brought him up with our team we're trying to go to the Connie Mack World Series. So, his arm was unreal. So he definitely helped us get there. And, we got to know each other a little bit. And he actually texted me before this all started, and he was wishing me luck. And he was telling me how he'll never forget the day he was drafted, and he was praying for me and whatever going forward. He said maybe we could be teammates, whatever. So, I'm gonna have to give him a call. So
next, Hayden with KTHV, followed by Chris Marks. Hayden.
Hey, thanks so much. Heston, congratulations, man. Talked to you about 48 hours ago, thinking about this moment. I know you're about to start this next chapter in your life. You're the second highest player ever taken from Arkansas. Before you move forward, have a chance to look back. What do you want your legacy and especially Razorback fans to remember you for the baseball player that you were in Fayetteville before you sort of make this next jump?
Man, it's probably the same memories that I'll remember for my legacy there. And it's the 2 trips to Omaha we made. Those were unreal. Those team accomplishments we're able to do together, and being able to jump on top of a dog pile at the end of the season to clinch that was an unreal feeling. And also to be a part of the first 2 teams that were able to go back to back in the rich history of Arkansas Razorback baseball. That's something I'll never forget. And I want all the Arkansas fans to always remember.
Obviously, earlier you said you didn't know much about the Orioles, but obviously you've seen Camden Yards. As a left-handed hitter coming to that ballpark, staring at the warehouse, what's that going to be like for you once you step on the field up here in Baltimore?
Man, I've actually seen videos of some big leaguers hitting some home runs off of it. Maybe I'll be able to put a few off of it one day.
Next up, Jason Carroll, Big Trail Nation. Jason.
Hey, Heston, how much do you think you have to prove being that number 2 pick? I've seen a lot of fans on social media question it because they thought Austin Martin was going to be the guy. Do you think you have something to prove when you go in, whatever level you start and as you work your way to the big leagues?
I always have something to prove every time I go out there on the field. And, I'm just going to keep playing baseball how I always have, because when I went to Arkansas, there was a lot of people that thought I shouldn't have been there. When I started as a freshman, they thought I shouldn't have started as a freshman, and I proved them wrong. And then same sophomore year, they thought it was 1 year luck and proved that wrong. So, it's just another thing. And, people can just sit back and watch, and I'll keep doing my thing. And I'm pretty sure I'll slowly change a lot of minds, and they'll realize why my name was called so early if they don't understand now.
Next, Stan Charles, Press Box Online. Stan.
Hold on.
We got you.
You got me? Okay. Heston, first of all, congratulations to you on being the number 2 pick in the entire draft. I want to ask a young player like you. I'm kind of a dinosaur. I've been around in the media 30-plus years. Whether young players today are how receptive you are to analytics and how much of that factors into how you play the game.
It definitely plays a part, because there's a lot of stuff you can learn from technology, whether it's how a guy pitches or certain pitches he executes better with. And also it's great to use for your swing to analyze how the ball's coming off your bat, how your swing's going through the zone and everything like that. But, I use it a little bit, but I don't overuse it, because at the end of the day, you got to have a feel for what you're doing out there, because once you get in between the lines and you're playing the game, it's you and your bat or you and your glove, and you got to be able to figure it out on the spot and get the job done.